if you're getting married or you're in a relationship and your spouse is moving to the UK, this is a video you want to watch.
So, full disclaimer, we are not immigration experts,
Yes,
but we are going to be
please.
sharing, our story, our journey to Yenny getting his spousal visa to come
Yeah,
to the UK, and
exactly.
what you can learn, from our own journey.
So the first thing obviously to do is get married.
Yes.
Right, so for some context, we decided we were going to get married in December, right? But we had to do our court wedding earlier on,
Yeah.
like months before, which in July, so that we could, get the marriage certificate and use that to kind of start the visa processing.
Yeah.
Right. So I know some churches don't, they usually tell you to have your court wedding like a week before your wedding,
Yeah.
right? So we had to sign an undertaking to say that we're not going to,
Live together.
live together, do things that married people
Usually
usually do.
Yeah.
and all that. So we had to sign the undertaking so we could have our court wedding, in July,
Yeah,
which was
and
like
then
6 months before the actual, church wedding.
Yeah.
Right. So we could get the certificate.
What
Yeah.
that meant basically is that the major reason we did our court wedding earlier, was because of our visa. We wanted
Yeah.
to strengthen the visa application. And to be fair, in the UK, you actually don't have to be married to someone to move as their partner.
True. You just have to prove that you are
You
in
people
a
are in
committed
relationship, because here it's not everybody that is married that like live together, do you get, and
very
they are
true.
still partners.
Yeah. How did it start? We got the certificate in July, and that kind of like just kickstarted the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I started to gather all like the necessary documents. One major thing that was very, very important was the proof of relationship. I'm not sure if that's what it's called, but just to prove that you're in a relationship, right? So what we did was they'll ask you to send like pictures and all that, but what we did was to put it in a PDF document, so like a document where they can just open and see
All the
the
pictures.
pictures, right? And then we made sure to label each picture, so the details of what was happening in that picture, the date and the time that the picture was taken.
Yeah.
So that kind of also to help the person that is reviewing the application to, easily access the application, basically. Yeah. So we did that, have different pictures from my introduction, pictures from the civil wedding, pictures that we were taking maybe when we went on dates, other things that we used
We
to
even
support.
took pictures of like screenshots of
Our
me.
chats.
Yeah, not only chats, like you being in Nigeria, me being here.
Yeah, video calls.
Video calls,
Yeah, because we always took screenshots of like, our video calls. So we added that, screenshots of like some of our chats, not sensitive stuff, just like, banter.
And you sending me money here and there.
Yeah.
Odogu Parara.
And then also her flight ticket itinerary. Yeah, so when she came to Nigeria and then, going back. So all this just to kind of show them that you are in a committed relationship, because I know like they are usually very keen on, because they know that people just wake up one morning and just say, yeah, come and do like, my partner, so I can get visa. Yeah, so they want to say that you're in a committed relationship. So I'd gotten all the pictures and put them in a PDF document. Just to mention here also, you also need to know the type of visa to apply for. Like, it's very, very important. Yeah, because we kind of, I won't say lost our way, but so she's on a global talent visa. So that meant I had to apply for a global talent spousal or dependent. I think it's dependent visa, right? So which is different from the regular like dependent visa, because the requirements are kind of like different, right? So make sure to always like check, be sure, because one thing that happened to us was the link we were using to apply for the dependent visa wasn't for global talent. It was a regular one, and that one required proof of funds. Right. And for global talent visa, you don't need proof of funds. Right. So we already running around trying to find, how we would gather funds for
Yeah.
proof of funds, right? So
Well, it wasn't needed.
yeah,
So
exactly.
don't stress yourself. Just make sure that you check the right links and you use the right links to confirm, your own application.
Yeah, we gathered all the documents. There are also like questions, like when you get to the link, you see like different questions you need to answer.
Yeah.
Where are you going to live? Who are you living with?
Yeah.
When you move to the UK, there's also something on the dates. Yeah, they will ask you what date do you want to get to the UK,
Yeah.
right? So we put 24th of December.
Was it 24th or 25th?
Yeah, it was 25th. No, was it?
It
No, it
was
was
25th. Because remember that when we were leaving Nigeria, that immigration man
it was
was like,
25th. Yes,
this thing
yeah.
starts tomorrow.
Yes, it was 25th of December we put, on the form.
Application.
And the visa started on that particular day.
That's
So
how they are, because that's the same
yeah.
thing they did for me when I was moving to the UK, for the first time as well. I think I put, was it 30th December or whatnot? When I picked my
Yeah,
visa,
you saw
it was
30th.
that same date. So
Yeah.
make sure that when you are filling your forms, answering questions, that you also put a date that is convenient for you, because they don't choose the date for you. You are the one
Yeah,
that will choose your dates,
exactly.
and they will give you most times that exact date that you put. So make sure that it works for you and your spouse.
Yeah. So we filled everything, packaged the PDF document, did everything. And the next thing was to do the tuberculosis test.
Yeah.
I think I used St. Nicholas Hospital, which is like the common hospital or the popular hospital that everyone uses
It
for
didn't used to be
tuberculosis.
popular, actually. There used to
Yeah.
be one in Ikeja. They are more expensive, and they used to
Than
have
St.
a
Nicholas.
lot of people.
Oh,
But
yeah.
somehow, I was checking, like, they are, like, they have, like, different centers that you can use. And I was like, okay, there's St. Nicholas. They are not as, like, not that they are not popular, because St. Nicholas is popular, but it just felt as if, how Nigerians now, when everybody is doing something, it
Yeah.
feels like this is the one.
Kind of like Ikoyi registry. That everybody thinks
Ah, God, if
Ikoyi
you don't
registry is the
marry
only
there,
registry. There are
your
other
marriage is
registries.
not.
Yeah, we didn't even get married in Ikoyi
Within,
registry. We
yes,
went to
exactly, local.
Ikosi, Ketu local government.
Yes,
That's
that's
where
why
we
we got
used.
married. And you cannot tell us
Yeah,
that we are not married because we did
exactly.
it in Ikosi.
And how also people say, because we were traveling, they were like, if you use Ikoyi because Ikoyi
Is
certificate
the
is any
bobo.
certificate. Shape people in Ibadan that have traveled,
Exactly.
they did go to
People
Ikoyi
in all
too.
the other
Yeah,
states.
so please don't stress yourself going to Ikoyi.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to
Visa
visa
application.
application. So when we did the tuberculosis test, I think I had to pay. I paid. I think it was about 100K. Yeah, which I don't know how much it is now. It might be more than that. How much
Yeah,
did
it
you pay
was
when?
60 something for me. So if you are watching this video, let's say in 5 years now, maybe you're home like 500.
500.
We wish you the
Or it
very
might be
best.
free. Who knows?
Free. Who will
Yeah.
do it for free? In Nigeria. But yeah.
Yeah. So I paid that, did the test. I think it came out like in 2 days or 3 days.
Yeah, it's quite fast.
Yeah. And then you can pick it up, your results, or you can get them to send it to you so you can use that for your application as well. So we got all the documents, and the last thing was now to book a date for the biometrics.
Yeah.
I think that one was a bit tricky because on their platform, so they had like 3 days. They also had days where you could like pay for premium access,
Yeah.
where you can pay and then you get a particular day that you want, which can be like maybe the next day or can be a week.
Sure, faster
Yeah, short,
dates.
faster. Yeah, exactly. Because the 3 days were, I don't know. There's a
Most
way they
times
did
3 days
it.
are like maybe
Maybe a
like,
month
yeah, a
after.
month
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
that
exactly.
date.
So I paid the premium access, which was 100K. So and then what came with that package was they'll get to upload your documents for you. They get to upload your documents for you. Yeah. So on that day, I think it was in October, right? Yeah, it was in October. I had printed all the what's it called?
The
The documents, all
documents.
the pictures and everything. So they usually send you like a requirement list so you can see the necessary
Yeah.
documents that you're supposed to have, right? So we printed everything. I went there on that day. Yeah, it was pretty seamless. I don't know, maybe it's because I paid the premium
It was
access.
seamless for
Yeah,
me as well, and I didn't pay
and you didn't
premium.
pay. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So I got in. I gave them the document and they uploaded it, right? So now to the point of waiting.
Before we move to the point of waiting, I just want to say that 100K, to be honest, you could have sent it to me. Because I don't know why you did premium. I get that, we were trying to
Well,
get
we
like a
needed,
fast
yes,
date.
now, yeah.
But if you don't want to do premium, it just
You
means
can
that
just pick a
plan
date.
ahead. Pick
Yeah,
a date that is like not
yeah.
too close to when you want to travel. Do you get? So that your visa will be out. Because I didn't pay premium. I uploaded all the documents myself. And this is something you also have to be mindful of. So if you don't pick premium, you have to ensure that everything you need to upload has been uploaded.
Yeah.
Because if you get to the biometrics place or the center and any document is missing, you
You
will
have to
have to
pay.
pay,
Yeah.
for them to do it for you. So if you know that you don't want to pay extra, follow that
Yeah,
document
make sure you upload every single thing.
checklist.
Yeah, upload every single thing that is on that checklist that is meant for you.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So
So yeah, so we waited, but something happened. Anyways, so about I think like 3 days or 4 days later, I think it was like 5 days. Yeah, 3, 4, 5 days later. I got an email from UKVI saying that they could not identify me and identify
it's
her
in a lie.
in the
It's
pictures.
a big lie.
In my head,
They
I'm like,
were
hey,
angry.
village people, village people, village people, they have come, oh. Because, like, I was like, I don't understand. Because those, like, I made sure to, like, detail everything, like,
Yeah.
well. So you would see, you know how in newspapers, they usually write left to right. You see L to R, then you now write the names, right? So that was kind of like what I did, but I didn't put like left to right. But I
Yeah.
just started the names from left and then
And you even printed in color as
yeah,
well.
exactly. I
So
printed the color,
how
did
couldn't you
everything. That
see?
to print in color is not
It's
small money.
expensive.
Oh.
Oh.
I think it was about. I think I spent like 20K just to print. I can't remember how many pages it was,
Yeah.
but 20,000 naira just to print color
For a paper that you won't
for
use
do you
after
get for
that.
people that you not use after that. But anyways, so when they sent the email that they couldn't identify us, they asked that I resend the pictures via
Yeah.
email, right? But here is now another problem. They didn't put the email that I was supposed to send the pictures to.
Yeah.
So they omitted it. Maybe the person typing was drinking coffee at that time or was sleeping because they
Yeah.
wrote in the email, please send the documents to
Blank.
blank. They didn't put the email there. Do you get? So in my head, I was like, okay, maybe they wanted us to reply this one, the
Yeah.
particular email. So I replied that one with the document, but then I still kind of did more research and I found out that that one was a no reply. Like they don't usually check replies on that particular email,
Yeah.
that they only send out from there. So we started researching. She even started calling them, like calling their office here,
Yeah.
but they were just they'll say, oh, they'll pass it to this department.
Yeah.
They'll pass it on to this department. It was just up and down, up and
You
down, up and
also
down.
tried to call from
Yeah, I
Nigeria.
also tried to call from Nigeria. Imagine spending money. So there was something that you can do. So no, it wasn't even calling. Yeah, I remember it was email. So for you to be able to chat with someone, you had to pay. I think it was about maybe £2 or £1.50 or something. I can't remember. So I did that so I could chat with someone there. The person too was just, I don't know. The whole thing was just getting up and down, up and down, up and
Yeah.
down. Yeah, I was starting to get like frustrated at some point.
Yeah.
But then, thank God, our Lord Jesus Christ. After like, I think it was like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was like 2
Yeah,
weeks.
after like 2 weeks, got an email from them apologizing that they omitted the email.
Yeah.
When I read that, I'm like, I didn't been.
I know you now.
I didn't been. I would have because I'm like,
Yeah,
why would
death
you
slap.
omit such an
Important. That's the most
vital,
important
do
thing
you
in
get
that
in
email.
everything you wrote in that email, that email was the most important and you omitted it. I'm like, these are village people used to
Exactly.
to work.
If not that, we have powers
Do you
stronger
get?
than our village people.
And I'm sure they must have seen that we're bombarding them because
Yeah.
it was left, right, we're calling, doing everywhere. We shall
Yeah.
make sure that they knew that someone was trying to reach them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so immediately they sent the email like this, sharp, sharp. I sent all the pictures back to them,
Yeah.
did everything, and in like 2 days
Yeah.
or so, yeah, 2 days, 3 days, I got that email saying your visa application has been approved.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, it was. I was so happy. I'm like, ah, God, finally.
Finally.
Did you get? Yeah. Another thing I just remember that we did. So I won't advise you do this, so but it's just the grace of God that is upon our life. We had already, you know how they tell you that you must get your visa first
Before
before buying plane tickets. Yeah. What
we
did
did
we do,
not
please?
listen. We bought the tickets. What are they to? Not be them go tell us what we go do. We bought the tickets in September.
Yeah, but because we found, so at that time she was staying with one of her friends,
Yeah.
right? And she and her husband, they gifted us their Avios, which is like American Express
Travel
travel
points.
points. Yeah. So and it was a lot, right? So
Yeah.
we were able to kind of like slash the price by more than
More than
half.
half.
Yeah, because it was around like from our calculation, it was like
4,000.
£4,000. Yeah, and then by the time we added the avios and everything, we ended up paying like £1,033
Yeah.
thereabout. Yeah,
Yeah.
and which was like a deal we did not want to pass on.
See.
So we're like, you know what, buy it.
Yes.
Let's buy that ticket now. Because you know how all those kind of things, by the time you want to book again, the ticket might have finished for
That's
that day.
why Sheila and her husband wanted us to buy
Yeah.
it then, because
Yeah.
even I was saying, a part of me was like kind of like wanting to delay it, but her husband was like, this ticket price that you are seeing now,
Someone else
tomorrow.
it might
And
be.
even while they were trying to buy it for us, I think it was showing like, you know how they would put these 2 tickets
Yeah,
left,
2 tickets
3,
left.
so you're like, hey
Limited
God,
tickets.
yeah. So
Yeah.
we just bought it in faith, Sha.
Yeah. So I mean, I will not say that you should do that time,
Yeah.
but yeah, we had done that because we had faith that that visa would come out, no
Yeah,
matter
and
what.
do you remember when like all this back and forth was now happening with them? We got an email at some point where they were like, make sure you don't buy your
Yeah, you
tickets
don't buy a
until you
ticket
have the
until
visa. I'm like, oh,
we're like,
Pele,
sorry, we have
we
bought
already have our
tickets because
tickets.
we know that you will give us.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so we did that, got our visa, and I think everything was pretty smooth from there on because our hearts had calmed down. That
Yeah.
yes, we now had the visa, we had the plane ticket, so it was
Yeah.
just time to do wedding and jackpot.
Which was literally what we wanted. The
Yeah.
reason we had our court wedding in July was so that we could use
The
our marriage
certificates.
certificate to strengthen our application, so that we had our visa before the December ceremonies.
Yeah.
We wanted it to be that once we are done with everything wedding in December, both of us could go, right?
Otilo.
We didn't want a case where, I would come, that's when he will now start his application process. Even though, to be fair, I hear that like UK generally doesn't take
usually
long.
like fast,
but I was just
yeah.
like, why should let's do what we have to do, move together and start
I was
this
telling
life.
her that don't you want to know those videos that where the wife comes to the airport and she's saying welcome home my husband with the banner.
Why
I was like,
can't both of us
let's
just
do
come
that
back?
one. If we had done that video now, we posted it on Instagram. We trend.
Hey, yeah, you can still do it, go till late. But yeah, like I just didn't want that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if there's one thing I should pick out from this video that we've mentioned is to start early.
Yes.
Like very, very important. Start as early as possible. As long as you guys know like your plan, you know that okay, this is when you want to get married and one person is moving to the UK.
Yeah.
Start planning your visa
Early.
early.
And also like, don't just think that it's only like formal things you can
Yeah.
show to prove your relationship, right? Because I mean, when we spoke to a number of people, I think I asked on the Technician WhatsApp group
Yeah.
as well, and people had said that, oh, you can use like screenshots of conversations, you can
Yeah.
put pictures, because normally for like visa application you just think that I have to be very formal and
Yeah.
serious with my answers, but
They
something
want to
as
just see your relationship.
yeah, and actually be able to prove it. So if that's something you can do, that will also help. Then I think the final thing is like be thorough, with
Yeah.
all the things that you are doing. Check that the link is correct. Check that you've submitted
very, very
everything.
important.
Yeah, if not, you might just be spending time doing the wrong thing, which can
Yeah.
also affect like your application process and
The
the
timing
decision.
and everything. Yeah. So make sure to check. Like it's very, very important to be
Yeah.
very honest because I think that was part of what even kind of like made our process a bit longer because we had done certificate in July,
Yeah.
and it was until like October-ish before I was able to now like finalize everything, and then before getting the visa in November,
Yeah.
which was almost, because we're already like, because October, November, December is already here,
Yes.
and what's going to happen, this. But yeah, we thank God, we thank God, we thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions about, how we applied, or any further questions, you can leave them in the comment, and
Yeah.
we will definitely reply your comments.
Yep.
And don't forget to subscribe,
Like,
and share,
yeah,
and also comment on this video.
your comments actually encourage us, and we always make sure to reply every comment.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Yeah. So, catch you in the next one, guys.
see ya.